Guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have the next DOKKANFEST announcement here for Global Dokkan. It is Path to Power Kid Goku. Now, there's a few things we got to go over. Yes, this is the unfortunate time of the year where, Global is getting, kind of, usually it's like a less hype, kind of like not as crazy DOKKANFEST. And the reason for this is because typically right here is where Global will start to get the post-worldwide download celebration stuff, right? So you guys know how Dokkan operates. You get massive, major hype with the huge celebrations, anniversary, Tanabata, worldwide download celebration. Tanabata, thank you for Global's, right? This thank you celebration. And then they'll usually follow it up with kind of like a lower level hype character. And then this comes to Global, right? The unfortunate part, though, is that this just so happens to coincide with the anniversary, right? So it's like, I would be coming in here and saying, yep, Kid Goku is my favorite character in the game. I love him, and he was my favorite character in the game, but now we have new mechanics with the anniversary, right? Again, if you're a Global player, this is kind of what you sign up for. It's basically things are probably going to be very slow on Global until probably about Saiyan Day, March 18th. We're not really sure what February is going to look like besides the fact that STR Carnival Goku is going to be coming out in February, and then presumably DBZ Bardock will come out at the end, like the 28th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. In this range, DBZ Bardock should come out, right? But we're talking back-to-back celebrations that are not going to carry a lot of hype and stuff like that. Now, we know that LR Int God Goku, he is scheduled to EZA in February, so we'll see. Is he just going to EZA and Global with the STR LR Carnival Goku? That might be what happens there, rather than like a Global first or something like that. And the thing about DBZ Bardock at the end of February, start of March, is DBZ Bardock had the worst celebration of the year, right? Which just easily just slides right there at the start of March, and then Saiyan Day on the 18th, right? And it kind of is always like that. That where DBZ Bardock came from, right? Last year it was AJL Trunks who had the worst celebration of the year. It typically does sort of fall in that same little niche like that. So we have Kid Goku's Dokkan event is coming, and then we also have the Path to Power story event is coming as well. A couple of stages, and you'll be able to grind up the Yamcha right here. Who's right here? Okay, so we have the two new events. Kid Goku himself just continues to get better and better. His design is ludicrous. He has currently one of my favorite teams in the game. I know it's kind of like a couple of weird categories here, right? Dragon Ball Saga, Youth, and Exploding Rage, but it does come together to be a pretty formidable team, especially after Asia LR Gohan EZAs. I would say AGL LR Gohan, if we look at like likely landing spots when that EZA might show up, which is very relevant because this Kid Goku supports AGL Gohan, creates orbs for him, right? Like these two go hand in hand. And, again, AGL Gohan is on this leader skill as well. If we take a look at it, I feel like I could see AGL Gohan and Cell EZA in February, potentially with God Goku, just because we kind of don't know like what they're going to be doing with that. I think April is another potential landing spot as well, but it might actually be June. Because depending upon if we get collection of epic battle stages during the 8th anniversary for Buu Saga, remember, AGL Gohan and Int Cell, their EZAs come with the Android/Cell Saga stages of collection of epic battles, which may drop again in June, because they might drop it right before anniversary, but we will see. It's hard to say for sure. Now, Kid Goku, again, tremendously powerful. Rainbow Orb changing, support. I've found this to be one of the most devastating abilities in the game that any character can do. Giving all allies this crit and this damage reduction is stupidly strong, especially if you're bringing a very powerful team, right, with very strong characters top to bottom, right? Asia, LR Gohan, Tech Carnival Goku, right? You're building, Vegeta and Trunks, one of those types of teams, and you just give these crazy defensive characters even extra damage reduction. It's just so crazy. This Goku is probably going to be very formidable for quite a while. I feel like he's going to hang around in the meta and be just very, very good for quite a while. I do like that they, like, So in 2021, this character was Tech Kefla. Tech Kefla, who throughout 2022, she was okay, like decent because of the, you know, the transformation, the heal, the stacking and stuff like that. But Kid Goku is still like, this is like a top 10 overall unit in the game right now, this Kid Goku. And he probably will remain for a while. I was thinking that the 8th anniversary power creep was not going to be as substantial as the 7th anniversary power creep. So far, that does appear to be true, right? So it's not a before and after. Like, 7th anniversary was a before and after. Like, oh, everything's completely different. And the main reason for that, I have maintained since day one, is the leader skills. The upgrade in leader skills. But that's not happening this year. So it's like these types of characters will fare better, I think, throughout the year than, you know, Tech Kefla, EGL Trunks, Hidden God Goku. They didn't do very much throughout 2022. Well, Tech Kefla did more than EGL Trunks and Hidden God Goku, right? But yeah, Kid Goku is tremendous. Doesn't mean I think you guys should summon for him, though, because this, like, I'll be honest, I feel like this is just fool's gold right here. Kid Goku and Android 8, I think Android 8 is also like a top 10 unit in the game contender. Where is here? He is right here. People were a little upset that I had him above the 7th anniversary LRs in my tier list with Raditz, but like I'm very comfortable with that. The rotation of this guy plus Kid Goku, it's just like the only character that's tanking like this Android 8 is the new 8th anniversary, like, LR, like, the base Goku and Vegeta portion of it, the standby portion. Like, that's it. Like, this guy is just different. What he brings to the table, an impenetrable wall, is just, it's so valuable. This guy is crazy. And this guy supercharges Kid Goku, too. Because Kid Goku, if you get his unit super attack by having Yamcha, Roshi, Oolong, Bulma, or Android, wait, where's, oh, because he has 2. The Android 8 one is right here. The 2 unit super attacks are the same, right? They both give 100% attack as opposed to 50%, which is normal 12 key does. So this gives you a huge attack buff. Having Android 8 right there, you get a bunch of links together, and it's just, this rotation just clears, right? Like, this is still, if you would talk about, like, actual, like, very powerful rotations you can run, this is one of them. Right, this is a rotation you can run in every stage in the game and you're fine. Very, very, very uber powerful, these two together. But yeah, not really worth it. Raditz, Bojack, Videl, Beerus, like, these guys are literal zeros, basically. EGL Turles I'm not the biggest fan of, but I wouldn't call EGL Turles a 0 at this point. But like, these are not the types of banners you summon on. Banners where it's like you have, you know, 2 stars right here, and then you just have a bunch of shit, right? You skip that. You skip those, so free. Free to play Yamcha, like, he was like, mid-ish, okay-ish. Really, they just give him 30% defense right here, and I think this guy would be quite a bit better. He does have some support, but he is just really probably not good enough, unfortunately. Here's the actual celebration info. You know, I'd brace yourselves, global players. This is certainly not that crazy. Remember, for JP, this was just slid in right after Worldwide, but then right before the Gammas dropped. So, the login banner, the Dokkan event, the story event. Oh, this is nice. This is just a little daily event you could do where you can get meat items. I always like those types of events. That's pretty good. So you have that. Battlefield, Stone Sales, returning events. There's the Int Kid Goku EZA, and then this EZA campaign right here, which I believe was already announced in Global's news. So we can go ahead and take a look. And, okay, Kid Goku, this Int Kid Goku EZA, he's decent. I feel like this guy, in Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, Physical Dragon Ball Super Broly, you can kind of, like, sort of expect similar things from these types of characters. Kid Goku does have an active skill where the other two don't, because, I mean, he's a more recent character, but I think in terms of performance, sort of like similar levels between those 3 characters, right, and what they can bring to the table. They are still solid, though, because of this. I think it's very important to not discount when characters' categories look like this, and they just, so, like, you know, they'll add missions to low-class warrior and stuff like that to various events, and this will just help many people out. This is really good. Having all these types of categories and stuff like that for a character like this, I think is super good. So he's okay. The biggest problem for this guy I think would be much stronger. But like he's competing with this kid Goku, and this guy is like a perfect unit, right? Most of the time, you're probably running this kid Goku in slot 2, though, or slot 3, right? So that's where you run into issues with this guy. It's like the same problem with LR STR Final Form Cooler, one of the best units in the game, but you can't run him in slot 1 unless you get very lucky with enemy attack placements, right? You're not doing that. So that makes it very difficult to then run Tech Final Form Cooler, who also would have to be in slot 2 or 3, right? It's kind of the same thing with this kid Goku. And then these 5 right here, unfortunately, guys, they're ass. That's it's about all I could say about that. These units will do almost nothing. A couple of them are on, again, kind of like maybe some lower level teams for sure, which can help. But I mean, these units are not super impactful, substantial, anything like that. It really sucks. I don't know why they couldn't have just been like, okay, so like Nappa could have just made him a Saiyan Saga support type unit. This Roshi could have just made him a Dragon Ball Saga support type unit. Deborah could have made him a Buu Saga or Terrifying Conquer support unit or something like that. Krillin could have been, well, this wasn't out yet, but it could have been Battle of Wits or Savior, right, support type unit. Great Saiyaman could have been a Defenders of Justice support type unit or Special Pose. I think, just add that on to what they're already doing. Could have helped out a lot, right? Like I'm talking like, so like you can keep everything the same. Even keep this the same is fine, right? But just add, in addition, Special Pose category allies get, 3 key and 50% attack and defense. I know they're free-to-play characters, but I'm talking about buffing weak teams, right? Like they could have done that for all 5 of these. These guys would have been much more runnable just with 50% support. And again, I know you could say, well, oh my God, your expectations are too high. No, stop it. No. So there we go. This is what is coming to Global Dokkan. Again, I guess kind of a bummer opposite of the JP anniversary, but JP's anniversary is always in the same spot. Like, you know what it is. These next couple celebrations on Global are the weaker, like lower level, not really as hype celebrations that JP had at the end of 2022. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.